All right, hello everyone. This is Zohaib Thayani. I'm a third-year medical student at the Oklahoma State University College of Osteopathic Medicine. My research presentation was evaluating the use of AI in oncology policies within their journals. Um, Essentially, with every journal submission, there is instructions for authors that needs to be followed for any journal to, or any author to submit to a journal. And I looked at the research within oncology journals and how AI is essentially stated, not stated, and what their policies are, if there are any within those journals. So cancer, of course, impacts a lot of people within the world. 20 million cases were reported in 22, with 10 million cases related to deaths globally. With AI being so new, we want to be able to see how it plays a role within research, or whether or not there is even any statements regarding AI and its use within research at all. And the reason why that matters is because we don't really know the outcomes of AI. We don't know if it's really pulling correct information, if it's developing images and generating writing that's actually good for research. And when something like oncology is concerned, where there are medical doctors and professionals that are using AI, or I'm sorry, that are using research to fuel their practice, we want to ensure that there is correct and valuable information within research. We want to make sure that journals are using AI or allowing for AI properly. So what we did is we searched the top 100 oncology journals within the SJR database. We were able to look at all 100 of those and use their instruction for authors. We looked to see if they had any details on authorship, on manuscript writing, whether or not they allowed for like content itself, like writing content, and as well as creating images like graphics. And we used a correlational, or we conducted a correlational analysis with RStudio. So our results kind of here in the middle, looking at our five main points, whether or not they allowed for authorship, 67%, so 67 of the journals said that AI was not allowed for authorship, so not allowed to say that ChatGPT was first, second, or third author, or etc. Also importantly, that 64 required that AI was required to be disclosed within upon submission when you were to use AI. 56 required that, or 56 allowed for its use in writing, whereas the other 44 did not even state anything about AI and whether or not it could be used at all for the writing. And writing in particular in this case is things like grammar review to make sure that the writing is essentially polished, kind of like the Grammarly side of things, really, but not any content generation, which is the next point, where 43% say that you could not use it for content, whereas the other 45% said that you could, or I'm sorry, said that really nothing at all. It was just not stated. Whereas 12% said that you could use it for content. And again, content is the actual usage of the writing, and very similarly to the images as well, where 46% did not allow for the use of images or graphics with AI, and the other 43% did not even state anything about it, and 11% said that you could. And just some other information, most of the journals that we pulled from were North American and European journals. They were high-ranked journals with high impact factors and SJR quartiles, so these weren't just random journals. AI was mentioned only in two-thirds of the journals at all, whether or not it could be used, or said anything about it really. So if people wanted to use AI, didn't really, if authors wanting to submit wanted to use AI, a third of the journals did not have anything about it, and that can kind of cause kind of a block for those writers. So overall, we see that there is a lot of just mixed information about whether or not AI can be used, and it varies throughout the journals as well. Looks like most of the time you can use it to help with your writing, polish the writing, but essentially it stops there. Whereas another two-thirds are also saying that you cannot list it for authorship. So as far as we know, AI is still continuing to grow. We don't really know how good of content it makes, how it's adapting to just research in general. So further research is definitely needed in order to help us understand how we can go about doing AI and research.